Yo, 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 what's going on? Yo, what's going on? Gonna send this link out, then we're gonna go ahead and get started. Link out, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Why's my Bluetooth not working? That's a great question. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Oh, snap! I gotta add more levels. I'm tripping. Well, we're gonna put a pause on that so I can add some more levels. So we're gonna bring out gold. Yeah, my Telegram's acting up. I probably got to restart my computer, but the London session's about to start, so I didn't feel like doing that yet. So I won't be able to pull up the Telegram. But with the power of the internet, all you have to do is hit the very first link in the description, and you can see all that stuff. So speaking of which, I'm tripping. I didn't even put up uh my other stuff. I gotta add that stuff. I'm traveling right now. I'm out and about. I'm not at the base, so it's just my laptop right now. I'm totally out of whack. We'll look and see what it looks like on YouTube. Let me know if y'all can hear me good. What's going on, Chase? I see you in here. So, like I was talking about in yesterday's live stream, we was looking at a GN buy, but price failed to break that level during the London session live. Those I was on the live yesterday. This is what price did yesterday, rejected this level. And again, literally chilled here the entire New York session, broke it towards the middle of New York. They continue to hold this level as support. So then that's when me and the members entered it last night during Tokyo session. Beautiful trade. All TPs got hit and surpassed. We're up 3 times our risk on this. And then, like we was talking about as well during the Sunday chart analysis, as well as yesterday's live, we had the JPY news. Now, they didn't have an exact time. Let me refresh and see if they put the time it took place. Yeah, so as we can see, that stuff, they told us we had JPY news popping off yesterday, but they didn't tell us the exact time. And that stuff literally popped off in the middle of Tokyo session. But again, we was talking about we was looking for buys. Look what price did during the news event. It still pushed to the upside. Is that a shock or surprise? No. Because again, if you, and by the way, like I said, I've got it in a separate playlist now. So I'm about to drop that in the chat. But make sure to watch my playlist on how to trade news. I got videos in there breaking down trades actually taking on news days. And then I got videos breaking down how to go about news days and how to trade on news days. So make sure to check this playlist out as well. What's going on? I hate it, but I'm start trading futures now in the US. Let's look at why you don't gotta trade just futures, Chase. Like I said, I dropped that video. I know it was like a couple months ago. Let me see if I can find. Well, I know I can find it. So give me 1 second. I don't know why I said it like that. But there's this video right here. All right, there's this broker. The other one of the brokers I use in there is the futures broker, and then the other broker I talked about in that video, you can trade forex and gold on there. So I use that one to trade forex and gold, and then trade it for futures, and then like we was talking about in yesterday's live, we looking into the futures prop firm accounts. Oh, by the way, funded pips, people in the U.S. that had a funding pips prop firm. Check y'all's emails. If y'all don't check y'all's emails regularly, check y'all's emails. But they sent it. This happened like last week too, and I got my stuff back. What you call it, the other day. But they started on a new platform, and they're taking U.S. clients again. Now I already had an account, but I was in the middle of passing a new phase as well. So when that stuff happened, I lost both of those accounts. But when they sent the email saying, "Hey, we're accepting U.S. clients again. We teamed up with whatever they're called," I emailed them and I was like, "Hey, where's my accounts then?" And then I got it next week. Well, I got it last week or like Wednesday or Thursday. So make sure to check your emails and make sure to contact them. You're going to need the date that you purchase your stuff. You're going to need your account ID and all that good stuff. They'll tell what you need. But yeah, do that as well for those that had prop firms with funding pips in the US. I should probably like put that on my story or something. You said take a look at YM. We can take a look at YM. I got you. So I got my alert on NAS, so we can take off NAS real quick, and then you said just put it on YM. You said it's this one right here. Yeah, we should check that video out. I might start posting it a lot more because I've been getting a lot of questions like, hey, what's a broker to use? What's a broker to use? All this stuff going on in the US. I'm like, yeah, I dropped the video. I know people are finding me still, and I only made one video talking about it, so I got no issue. Keep on pushing that out. But yeah, make sure to check that video out. But also make sure to check those emails. Well, YM is basically it's the same thing like yesterday. Nothing's changed at all. We're on the daily time frame. We look at yesterday, we look at today. Price is literally in the same place. So the game plan is still the same. We still have bullish momentum. So if it can continue to hold this price at around 39,200 as support, we can look for buys going as far as 39,570, 39,580. But it's going to have to break and hold past 30. Let's move this up the way I can see it. But it's going to have to break and hold past 39,400 for that to continue to push up. I really want to look for sells unless it breaks below 39, like 180, 39, 170 as resistance. But as of right now, we're bullish. Let's just chilling on this level. So we're probably going to be waiting for New York session to pop off and things like that. Now, as far as news today, we got a couple news events. We had a Japanese news event about 30 minutes ago. Then later on today during New York, we got Canadian news. And then we also got a Japanese holiday today. But that's pretty much it as far as news today. Now, as far as what we're going to be looking for trading-wise during this stream, we're going to be looking at a possible gold sell. Me and the members were in a GN buy right now. Beautiful, beautiful setup. It's a setup we was looking for during yesterday's live stream. And then GJ ended up popping off as well. So as far as this live, we're going to be watching NAS for possible sells, and we're going to be watching gold for possible sells. GU as well, but GU did the move already. And I got to add more levels, so I'm going to add more levels right now. But while we do that, let me double check. I have gold twice. I'm tripping. So let me you guys got any questions? Drop them in the chat. When you can charts, drop them in the chat. This just broke below that level too. Yeah, but we're going to be looking for sells on Euro, USD, GBP, USD. We're looking for possible sells on gold and also possible sells on NAS and US30. And then we're going to be looking for continued buys on GBP New Zealand, GBPJPY. Now we're going to take GBPJPY off, and we're going to look and see what GBPAUD did because we had news last night for that as well. Again, we was talking about looking for buys. You watched the Sunday chart analysis. We was talking about looking for buys, and as well as yesterday's live. And we see right here when the news popped off. What's that? The news? What time is this? Let's see. Yeah, we had news at 11:30. It was 23:30. Price broke and exploded through that level. So now we're going to be looking for buys on this again. It's kind of similar to like what's taking place with GM. It's just been very kind of choppy and messy, which is why you left it alone for like about a week or so. But I might add some alerts on here, but it's already did a pretty big move for the day. So I'm not going to be too bent or focus on looking for an actual entry on this. I'm really paying attention to gold and indices for the most part. I'm just going to put an alert up here just in case we do see something happen. You guys got any questions? Drop in the chat. We're looking at any charts, drop in the chat. I forgot to put all the stuff on the screen. I could do it right now, but it is what it is. So gold can continue to hold 2158 as resistance. We can look for sells going to 2150. But I really want 2150 to be held as support. I mean, as resistance, 2150, 2148. That way we can see the downtrend continue to push down. Because right now we could see a possible reversal. But it's kind of just been chilling here. Like ever since it did that huge explosion for like 2 weeks straight, price has just kind of been chilling here, consolidating between like 2160 and 2170. We got a new 5-minute gonna pop up in a little bit. We're gonna try on GBPJPY. Add more levels to us. Is that a good entry for a sell right here? I just gotta add more levels because I don't know where we're going yet. So you're about to see a magic trick. I see y'all's chats. I'm gonna catch you to them in a second. Give me a second. So as we all know, price ain't gonna stop for me, so I can do that. I need to do this right now. I should have did it before the live. I wasn't paying attention. I didn't know GU did that aggressive of a drop. But it's just gonna take a couple seconds. So it's all good. That's not the right color. There we go. I see a little magic trick going down. Whoops, that's not what I was trying to do. Damn, I just messed that alert up. What the heck? It would help if oh, that's what the issue is. Okay. I had a brain fart. I don't know what I just was doing. All right, so GU just, well, that's not the right alert anyway, so we're going to ignore that alert. All right, there we go. So now we can get into business. Actually had almost down perfectly. That's what's up. So now I'm about to fix these alerts really quick. Put that right here. I'm liking how GU is looking right here. Go as well. What would you like to see on gold before making a trade? You talking about gold specifically? We're talking about like in general. I know you said gold, but in general, it's the same stuff, right? Like if I'm looking for a buy, I'm going to be waiting to see if price can hold the level as support. If I'm looking for a sell, I'm going to wait to see if price can hold the level as a resistance. Now, gold, since you're talking about gold specifically, I'm just waiting to see how this cancel is going to end. It's already did the first couple things I wanted to see it do, which was break below this level and hold it as resistance, right? Because again, when we look at gold, we had some nice bullish momentum, and we're kind of in a possible reversal range. So depending on what it does, these next two levels, we could see a reversal come into play. Like yesterday, price failed to continue to hold 21.48, 21.50 as a resistance, which is why price went from red, wicked back up, and closed green yesterday. So for the downtrend and the reversal come into play, we're going to need to not only come back down to 21.48, but we're going to need to hold that level as a resistance so we can see the downtrend continue down, right? So that's what we're looking for as far as that. Now, yeah, it looks like it's trying to do that right now. And then GU is trying to push also. Yes, I'm liking how GU is looking. Me and the members are in GN right now. Go on my Instagram. I forgot to add that stuff on the screen before I started the live. But I think it's somewhere else in the description or something like that. Give me a second. Actually, I can add it right now. Screw it. Banners. Y'all behind the scenes with your boy. Yeah. Ooh. All right, cool. So yeah, go on my Instagram, playmaker_way. You're gonna see it on my story as of right now. We took that trade last night. I like how GU is looking. We got a new 5-minute about to pop up as well. Better write some trade ideas up. So I'm liking how these charts are looking. It's a little too far though. It's dipping off now. Still be a decent risk reward. As long as it doesn't break past that, would have been better to have entered up here. I was trying to wait for a retest, but since it was holding this level, I didn't enter this yet, but I'm not against entering this. If it goes too far, I'm gonna just let it be. And that's one thing you always got to consider as well is, your entry is very important. Nothing's trying to take off. Oh well. But your entry is very important. You don't want to ever chase a trade, and because again, you got to think about everything you're doing here. The risk reward is important, but your entry is important as well. Now, what I mean by that is every pip counts, every pip matters. Yeah, I'm not going to mess with that. It's too far from me, right? Because if we enter right here, we kind of saw this happen. You see this happen a lot during live streams, but our ideal entries up here. Price is all the way right here. Yes, we could enter and we could still make some money, but that's how a lot of times y'all's risk rewards don't be good. Whether y'all don't know what risk reward is or whether y'all do know what risk reward is. That's why a lot of times it's not good, because instead of entering at the right time, you're entering super late, right? So right here, if we would have entered here, which is a 10 pip difference, we'd have a nice 1 to 3 risk reward setup. If we was to enter where price is at right now, that would go from a 1 to 3 to not even a 1 to 2, right? And this is going for a 1 to 3 reward. Most of y'all aren't even going for 1 to 3. And also I'll be seeing a lot of, not even just y'all watching. I'll be seeing a lot of like people that post trading content. They be promoting a lot of times going for 1-to-1. So if you're going for a 1-to-1 off rip minimum, and then you're not having your ideal entry or you're chasing a trade, you're not even making what you're risking. You're making half or 3/4 what you're risking, which is not a good. The reason why I always talk about you want to go for 1 to 2 to 1 to 3 minimum is because again, what we're doing here is we're investing, and like Rich Rohr says, it's the risk to reward. If we're going to take a trade, it's got to be worth the risk. It's got to be worth the investment, right? So if I'm risking $200 and the most I can make is $100, that's not a good investment because I'm not even making what I'm risking. I could potentially lose 200, or the most I can make is 100. Versus if I'm risking $200 and I could potentially make $400 or potentially make $600, that's a much better risk reward. You know what I'm saying? And I'd much rather take that trade and that risk than the former. You know what I'm saying? Make sure to like the live when y'all hop in here, y'all. I'm with the prop firm. We can only trade futures. I'm with the prop firm. I don't know what prop firm you're with. Like I said, I mean, every prop firm is different. Like I said, the one I was talking about was specifically funding pips because after my forex funds, I was on funding pips and FTMO as well. And then the funding pips thing happened where they weren't accepting US clients. And one the real issue is a lot. The US isn't really. It's not even the regulated thing. It's the. I mean, it's not entirely unregulated. It's also like MT4, MT5. Like they don't want us on that a lot anymore either, which is why a lot of the companies are switching off MT4, MT5, which would been needed to happen anyways. Because y'all hear me talk about it all the time. That's one of the main reasons why I'm using MT4, MT5 on desktop. Not to say I will streaming watch, because I wouldn't stream with my stuff. I don't do that. I don't show all my information and stuff. But as far as using the desktop version, it's because that thing was due for an update. Like I felt like Windows. I don't even know what like the one of the first Windows that came out versus the new stuff like the DX, and then Funny Pit's got this other platform they're using. It's a lot smoother and it looks more, up to date. You get what I'm saying? But like I said, that one I'm using as we speak, and I can trade forex, gold, all that good stuff. But every prop firm is different. And if you are in the US, I do recommend just ripping the band-aid off and getting into futures. I'm going to be getting into futures, and I'm still going to be trading forex and stuff, like I said, because there are US brokers that still allow you to trade forex and gold. So I'm not going to stop trading those, but I'm definitely going to be getting into that, and I'm definitely going to be getting to a lot of other topics besides different types of investments. I'm already doing it behind the scenes, but I'm talking about like content wise. I'm start talking about that. Probably not necessarily on this channel, but yeah, so be on the lookout for that. The new 15 just popped up, so let's see what we're dealing with right here. So yeah, I'm liking how gold's looking. G is a little bit too far from me, so I'm just gonna leave it alone. Let's see what now. I didn't see an alert pop off on now, so I got an alert on GU. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna bring these alerts down, so that thing does retrace to where I wanted to. I can just flip back onto it. Let's see what NAS is looking like. Yeah, so NAS is just taking a nap right here, so ain't nothing we can do about that. I got my alert, so we're just going to wait and let price do its thing, just like GN yesterday. Right, we was on that live stream yesterday, the entire live. I didn't take a trade at all yesterday, like I said in the free Telegram. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be so fun. That's why I be shouting y'all out, because it'd be so funny, because it'd be a slow day, or like it'll be a day where we hit all TPs in one, and then the next trade might hit TP3, and then people just get so upset, and people will leave, or follow, and subscribe, and I just be laughing to myself. I'm like, y'all just don't understand how this stuff works. And then it'd be like a day like tonight where we had this huge GN trade. I'd just be laughing. I'm like, if y'all would have just stayed one more day, or if y'all would have just watched this, y'all would have just did it. Like a lot of times, y'all be right there, and y'all give up or get discouraged, and then y'all miss it. You know what I'm saying? And that's just not even talking about like trading wise. Let's just talk about life in general, but definitely on the charts. There's been plenty of times, like even me personally, like I get off the charts during New York session in the middle of New York around like 12, 1 o'clock, as far as me looking for new positions to take. That doesn't mean I'm closing my positions. I'm talking about me looking for new entries and stuff like that. I get off the charts around that time. But there be plenty of times, like when I review, when I open up my computer, whether when it's Tokyo session just started, markets reopened, I'm going to review not only the trades I took, winning trades, losing trades, I'll also go over, what took place. But again, I don't be on my computer all day. I don't do that stuff. I do other stuff behind the scenes. So I'll notice a lot of times that, again, I'm like, damn, I just went off the charts at this time, and then that's when price decided to do this, or price decided to do that. You know what I'm saying? So stuff like that happens all the time. But if you know how to read the charts, there's going to be other opportunities. That's the beautiful thing about trading. There's always going to be more opportunities. And again, going to my Instagram story, I talked about that as well. I literally talked about how I missed the entry yesterday. Like I missed a good setup. I was talking about like that's just part of the game, and you know what I'm saying. I like this. I'm a cool, calm, collected and stuff like that, because again, I understand I just understand how things work. It's a long-term game. And again, like if you know how to find one setup, you'll be able to find a similar setup. That's why I always talk about review the trade. Right? Because you're just taking setups, but you don't know why price did what it just did or why whatever the case just took place. You're not going. You're doing yourself more harm than you're helping yourself. You get what I'm saying? You guys got any questions? Drop them in the chat. Or can you charge? Drop them in the chat. Let me cut you to this chat. Speaking of chat, what's going on, Tracy? I see you up in here. What's going on, Elizabeth? What's going on, JD? John, no problem. You can hear me good. Perfect. What are you looking for on GM? I mean, I'm in this trade already, so I guess what I'm looking for right now. I don't really like to use that. So while I'm watching, because again, I'm in this position, I'm not against adding another position, but right now, what I'm watching, I'm not really looking for anything right now. But what I'm watching is to see how it's going to react to my next level right here, right? And I wish I could pull up my Telegram, but it's acting up as you can see. I'm trying to click it. You see it's popping up, but Telegram likes to bug out every now and then. I got to restart my computer, but we're not going to do that. We're going to keep it pushing, right? But if we go back to yesterday's live stream, or if you go to the Sunday chart analysis, first link in the description for your Telegram, go ahead and click that. You'll see the Sunday chart analysis. That doesn't just go over what I see price doing Sunday into Monday, but that's why I see price doing the entire week. I go over indices, gold, forex pairs, all that good stuff. But in yesterday's live, I was looking for this buy setup here, but price failed to hold this level as a support, right? That's what I was looking for yesterday. Price was failing to break this resistance tree as support. Then later on in New York, price did that. Again, I wasn't looking at GN at the time. This was at literally 12 o'clock. Like I said, I usually start looking for entries and setups at 12 o'clock. And right when I got off the charts, guess what happened? That's when GN wanted to do that move. I missed that move. Price retraced. Market reopened last night during Tokyo session. And literally we entered right at 8 o'clock EST, like 30 minutes prior to. I'll probably post that on my story as well because, again, on Telegram, I can't pull it up and show you. But members, y'all saw it. I was like, we're going to be looking. We got JPY news. Actually, let me pull it up so I'm not just paraphrasing. What did I say word for word? I was like, got Australian JPY news tonight. We'll be looking for possible New Zealand buys. And then about 40 minutes later, that's when we enter the GBP New Zealand buy. So as far as right now, we have this level at 10.15. So I'm watching to see if price is going to either break that level or if it's going to reject. Right now, we clearly see prices rejecting that level. So right now, again, I'm waiting to see if it's going to break this level so we can look for another buy and the uptrend to continue. I'm going to watch to see if it retraces. If it retraces, then I'm going to look for another possible buy at 960. Now, am I going to continue to hold this original position? Probably not if it goes that far down. It honestly just depends, but usually I will, especially on most of my accounts. If I have multiple accounts, some accounts I do things a little bit differently on than my main accounts. But if I'm talking about strictly if I had just one account, I wouldn't do that. I'd look for a re-entry if it went that far down. But yeah, that's what we're waiting on for GM. Because again, for price to continue to push up, it's going to have to break resistance levels and treat them as support. Just like right here, price had to break that resistance level, eventually treat it as support, and price kind of just blew this through this resistance level. But then price had to break this resistance level, treat it as support. Then it had to break this resistance level and treat it as support. Now we're waiting to see if price can break this resistance level and treat it as support. And since we're talking about prop firms, I'm going to go ahead and drop this in the chat. Those are joining the stream. Make sure that first link in the description on free signal, free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. Last month we went 17-1, catching 24,403 pips. Last quarter went 76-7, caught 240,157 pips. You know what? We're doing great this quarter as well. Let me make sure I'm not missing any chats. That's a nice move. Did you get into that? Was you up last night? Tracy, was you able to get into this one or you missed it? Because like I said, we trade all sessions. It just depends, right? So yesterday, markets was slow. Again, we talked about during the London session live, and again, you hear me say it. And that's why I say it all the time during the Sunday chart analysis. Because again, when it comes to trading, it's a lot different from a regular job. With a regular job, besides a few exceptions like sales and stuff like that, you're basically doing the same crap every single day, right? But with trading is a little bit different. So that's why I was saying Mondays and Tuesdays are usually the slowest days of the week. And that's why you hear me say that almost every single Sunday chart analysis. That way, if we do have a super slow Monday, hopefully y'all read or listened to me say that, and you're not sitting there like, dang, why is the market slow? Last Monday, 30 minutes into London session, we were taking trades. But this Monday, we didn't do anything, right? Because again, it just depends. Charts are going to be different every day, especially every week. So that's why it's always important to one, understand how to read the charts, but understand what's taking place, right? And once you understand what's taking place, it becomes very, 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 very simple, right? Like this buy was super, super, super simple. Like trading is very easy. You just got to take the time to know what you're doing. What a lot of people do, and I used to do in the beginning, is we just try to find shortcuts. But then while we're finding shortcuts and not taking the time to learn anything, we sit there and say out loud how we don't know this and we don't know that. But it's because we literally aren't taking the time to learn this stuff, right? And if you watch any of my trade breakdowns, you know what I'm saying? It's the same stuff over and over again. It's just literally rinse and repeat. That's why you always hear me say, once you get the basics down, it's literally just rinse and repeat. You go on the charts the same time every day. You look at the same pairs. Go for the same type of setups. Wait for the same type of confirmations. Only thing that changes really is the flow of price, volume, the direction is going, and the day, holidays, news events, things like that. But again, we look right here, we're clearly bullish. So if we're in an uptrend, we're going to look for buys, right? Because again, if you just think logically, it makes zero sense. First, you got to, again, it's in the title, it's in the name, uptrend. We're trending upwards. If we are trending upwards, that means we're doing what? We're going up. What? Majority of the time, which is what? 60, 70, 80, 90% of the time. So since me and you all can agree that we do not control the markets, what is the most logical decision to make if we're in an uptrend, if we're going to take a position? I buy. But yet so many people, because they think price is going to reverse because it hit a resistance level, or because they think a retracement's overdue, or because they see a red candlestick and they think red means sell, they'll take a sell in an uptrend, right? And then people be confused why they get caught in fake outs, liquidity sweeps, this, that, and the third. It's because again, you're rushing the process and you're going against price, right? So again, the same move we was looking for yesterday is the move we took last night. And here we are. We didn't go for sales yesterday because price struggled to break that level. We still went for buys. Why? Because we're in an uptrend, right? We had this resistance level at around right here-ish. Again, we saw it right here. Price failed to break this level. Price hit this level again. So again, if we're in an uptrend, just like we was talking about, we want to see what? Price break that resistance and see if we can hold it as a support. And make sure to like this live because I'm really giving that game. And this is stuff that I talk about the one-on-one sessions and the courses, but I know not everybody be watching the lives. And I know we're 30 minutes into this live, so I know some people left. So, just one of the pros of being in the lives. But let me drop this in the chat really quick. Right? So again, I know I want to look for a buy, so all I have to do is wait to see if price can do that, right? Because if price isn't going to do it, we're not going to enter. And again, that's another thing people mess up at is we go to GN Well, let's play it real quick. Boom, right? Price was dead Monday, but then the volume kicked in yesterday. Boom. That's what took place, right? But what a lot of people do is, this is what happened on yesterday. This is why I be laughing, right? Like, we'll be alive. I'll be waiting for my confirmation. Price fails to meet my confirmation, so we don't enter. Then people get upset. They're like, we just waited 30 minutes. We just waited 10 minutes for a price to not meet our confirmation. And now we're not going to enter a trade. Oh my gosh, like what's going on? This, that, and the third, right? But we just understand that you don't control price and we're waiting for a confirmation for a reason, your whole mindset will switch and swap. I'll be trying to combine words together and stuff, right? But again, we went for a buy. We was looking for buys. Price failed to hold this low. We didn't go for sales here. We didn't go for sales here. We just waited for price to come back up to here. Because again, this is why we have these levels marked up, just like we're talking right here. I'm waiting to see if it can either break this level or I'm waiting to see how it reacts to this level below us. Looks like gold might try to do something. NAS is still just taking it now. GJ just retraced. Like GJ, for example, we can look for a possible buy here. We got a new 15 about to pop up. Let's see what this new 15 looks like. Do you guys kind of risk roll for a track record? That'd be nice as long as pips. No, but all the trades, I mean, all the trades I take, I literally look for, if not take during the live streams, and then the next day I go over them. You know what I'm saying? I don't do all that. That's doing too much. Like I said, I do all this myself. That's doing too much. I just do the track record. You know what I'm saying? Because that would be nice, extra information, but everything you can see yourself when you're taking the trades. And the stuff that's really important is the win rate. The risk reward is just icing on the cake. Now, if I had like a super crappy win rate, then I'll do all that extra stuff and add the risk reward and stuff too. But if we're averaging high 80, high 90% win rates, trades, trading wise, like the risk reward, it could even be a 1-to-1 risk reward and it wouldn't even matter. You get what I'm saying? We're winning 80, 90% of the trades. This is what I'm talking about. Shout out to y'all. See, it's hilarious. I'm talking about that important stuff, that quote unquote boring chart stuff, and people hop out the live. It's the funniest thing. But you know what I'm saying? Those that tuned in and really listened, that's gonna help y'all out, especially if y'all like new to trading and trying to figure out taking positions and stuff like that. So again, that we're not going to enter a trade until price breaks this level and shows that it's ready to hold and potentially push down. Price is showing the opposite, so we're going to leave it alone. Right? It's like gold yesterday. Imagine we would have entered gold on yesterday's live stream. We would have took an unnecessary loss and we look stupid, right? Because gold went all the way back to the level above us. And again, that's why we were waiting for those confirmations. If we didn't wait for that confirmation or that retest, we would have took a very silly loss right there yesterday. Even with GN, we could have made our money back taking this loss here. But again, would you rather be 1-0 or 1-1? You get what I'm saying? So again, all it takes is just waiting extra 10 to 30 minutes sometimes, and that can save you money. But we got a lot of charts for tracing right now. So kind of like yesterday's live stream, nothing we can really do right now. But that's why I also trade multiple sessions, right? And again, last night's a perfect example of what we talk about all the time. Because you hear a lot of times in space how, you know, you'll hear trade New York session. New York session best session to trade. I don't know, and I don't really care if it is true to be the best. But if the markets are open, there's money to be made. You get what I'm saying? Every session has its select pairs that move smooth, if not the smoothest compared to others. That's every session. You get what I'm saying? But the markets are open, the confirmations are met, you got a decent risk reward, you're not over leveraging, you trust your analysis, you have confidence in the setup, take the trade. Take the trade. You get what I'm saying? You can't be scared to take trades. Again, don't just ignore everything I said before I said take trade. You still gotta have again confirmations met, good risk reward, make sure you're not over leveraging. But you just gotta jump in. You just gotta get your feet wet. You guys got any questions up in the chat? When we can charge up in the chat. And then again, you see DJ reacting to these levels. Again, like once you understand the code, the algorithm the markets follow on a daily basis, it becomes very, very easy. It becomes a cheat code, right? And again, not everybody's got to figure it out, but a lot more people compared to 10, 20 years ago got it figured out. So that's why they're making things a lot more complicated as well, I believe, as far as trading goes. Risk rewards are truly icing. Yeah, don't get me wrong, risk rewards are still important, but if you're not winning trades, risk reward doesn't even fucking matter. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you're not winning trades, risk reward doesn't matter. So, like, the first thing, that's why I always talk about in the steps, and this is literally the steps. I have the course and I teach my members with the one-on-one sessions. First thing you gotta do is understand how to read the charts because you cannot go anywhere without understanding how to read the charts because you're going to make money and lose money based on what the charts are doing. So it literally, again, just logically thinking, it makes the most sense to figure that out first. Because again, you can put, no matter, I'm speaking from experience. Like I said, back in the day, while I was working my two jobs, I was getting paid one job one week, then the next week the other job, then the next week the other job. So like I was getting paid bi-weekly, but the weeks overlapped. So it was like I was getting paid every week from one job or the other. And I literally would fail a challenge next week, buy a new one, over marginalized slash blown account. Next week when my paycheck comes, refill it up over the weekend. And I used to do this like every other week, just blow account, buy a new challenge, blow account, fill it back up, buy a new challenge, just doing stupid stuff, right? And I kind of went over this on like Thursday and Friday, so I'm not gonna go too deep into it. But anyways, that's what kind of brought me to that point after I finally was like, okay, this is enough for me just again. A lot of times we'd be making the same mistakes, not just in trading but in life, right? Like again, like when you really just sit back, it's the same mistakes that you're making when it comes to trading. Like you're making the same mistakes. And a lot of times y'all know the issue you're having. So once you identify the issue, then you just have to figure out the solution to the issue. You get what I'm saying? So me, I was just bad at everything. Like I had like a decent strategy at the time. I like this strategy way more. This strategy is way better than the one I had. But if I knew even half of the stuff I knew now, even that strategy I would have been good with and successful with. But first thing you gotta do is understand how to read the charts. That's where majority of the stress comes from. The majority of the stress people deal with, when people talk about trade psychology and all that stuff, majority of the stress comes from one, you don't know what the hell you're doing, and then two, you're probably over leveraging / you're just scared of losing that money you put at risk for the trade in general. You get what I'm saying? But once you get rid of those two hurdles, again, trading's very stress free, trade very easy, trading's even fun. You get what I'm saying? Like on every trade I take, I'm never scared. Or I'm never even thinking, damn, I could potentially lose X amount of dollars, or damn, I hope I'm not going to lose this much. Even when I'm in drawdown, I'm not like, damn, I'm about to lose X amount of dollars. I'm not thinking that. I'm never scared or worried about losing money because I'm at the point where one, understand that's part of the game. You're going to lose a trade every now and then. Again, we might have 100% win rate weeks. We had 100% win rate a month on January, but we have not gone a year undefeated or a quarter undefeated. You get what I'm saying? At least not yet. So again, a loss is going to happen every now and then. So for you to take it, so for you to go into trading and scared to take a loss, again, that's either because you've done nothing but lose way more than you win, literally losing more than you win, and then literally win rate wise, losing more than you win. Two, you don't know what you're doing. And then three, you're over leveraging. You get what I'm saying? So again, if you all those things, if it's all the above, again, filling out money into account, it's not going to help you just make money just because you have money into account. So that's why I always be telling people like study over the weekend, hour a day throughout the entire week. Go on the charts. I get questions all the time like, how did you know to go for that trade? Or how do you know when to keep on holding? Or how do you know if it's going to go past TP, 3 hit TP4 or whatever? I'm like, by watching the charts. That's literally what you do. Like you see me do it on live stream, you got to watch the charts. Charts are going to tell you what's going down and taking place. You gotta watch the charts. You gotta not just watch the charts, you gotta understand what the charts are doing. You get what I'm saying? New 5 minutes just popped up. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok too, y'all. Instagram is playmaker_way, TikTok's _playmakerway_. Again, as far as news, or y'all just doing the live in one position right now in this GM position, watching NAS and gold for possible fall setups. I'm liking gold, I ain't gonna lie. I'm liking how gold's looking. I missed the GU entry, but I'm liking how gold's looking. But we took the GM move last night during Tokyo session with the members. Again, we trade all sessions. We just go live during London session. We trade Tokyo, London, and New York. The charts all day. Yeah, we're kind of making up for the slow start to the week. But as far as news today, we just got Canadian news. We had Japanese news pop off last night, as well as news for Australia. We just got Canadian news, and we also got a Japanese holiday today. But as we can see, that's not really stopping GJ as far as volume. It's just been running with those two news events volume. We got FOMC tomorrow, though. That's going to be interesting. I'm liking how gold's looking. I'm going to move this alert up. If y'all don't use alerts on TradingView, I highly recommend doing so. Even if you just trade one pair, which I don't recommend, alerts are a game changer. Because, we get distracted. We get distracted. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything. Relate to that, to be honest. Whole lot of gems here. Much appreciated. I appreciate you appreciating. You know what I'm saying? That's why I do the lives, guys. I know it's a numbers game. I know not everybody that runs into me is either gonna like me, like my trading style, or even listen to what I say. But if I can help a few people, even though I've helped literally hundreds of people, but if I can just help a few people per live stream, per video, I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? Because again, I'm still doing this. This isn't stopping anything I'm doing right now. Like all I'm doing is just recording myself, well, streaming. I'm just streaming what I'll be doing anyways. Actually, I'd be in bed right now. I wouldn't be up on my computer, but I'd still be up right now. I'd still be taking all the trades I've been taking. I'd still be improving on my trading like I have been. So, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I did. I like. That's why I always hear me say. I always say, you guys got questions, drop in the chat and the members. That's why you always hear me say in my exclusive lives. You know, you got questions, ask, cut me off, unmute me. Because again, these are for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because when I was learning how to trade, especially before I figured all this stuff out, all I wanted was somebody to help. You know what I'm saying? And as we all know, most of these people aren't trying to actually help. They're just marketers or they're just pretenders. You know what I'm saying? So once I finally figured it out, I was like, you know what I'm saying? Let me help people. You know what I mean? We got a new 15 about to pop up in a second. Those just joined the stream. We have not entered this yet. This is just a trade idea. We have not entered this yet. Go ahead and hit that first link in the description. Join our free signal, free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. Telegram's not working right now, so I can't pull it up. So we're gonna have to hit that first link. Make sure to check out the Instagram story. You'll see the screenshots and the process of VN. I put two screenshots. I put a screenshot like when it was like halfway up, and then I put the end result screenshot. I'm still holding my position. I got my SO in profit. I'm waiting to see if it's going to break this next level and explode. It'd be nice if I can catch a nice swing trade on this, but I ain't going to force it. If it rejects, I'm going to close my position, just looking for an entry. But since it made this higher high, I'm going to see if it can potentially break these next couple levels. But I wouldn't be shocked or surprised to try to do some funky stuff before the news tomorrow. Like I said, if it breaks a little bit farther down, I'm going to just secure profits, look for re-entry. So I am not one of those people that likes to let all my profits disappear. Now, granted, we just entered the trade and I'm flickering in and out, blue side green, and then I let stop loss get hit. That's a little bit different. But if all TPs got hit, let alone, you know, if I'm looking at my trading plan and I'm liking what I'm seeing, I'm not going to let most of that go away. How do you see NAS100? I'm looking for sales. So if you watch the Sunday chart analysis, again, it's in the free Telegram. Make sure to check that out. Again, it's not just what I think. I say this a lot because I genuinely believe people still, well, I know not everybody watches all my lives every day, but I genuinely believe people think that that's just what I see, or they think that video is just talking about what I see price doing Sunday. Because every time I drop in the free Telegram, like, hey, things have been going as projected since this video, they're like, what are you talking about? You dropped that video, you know what I'm saying? Like at the beginning of the week, what do you mean things are still going as projected? I'm like, if you watch the video, you'll know. But as far as NAS, right, we was talking about we can look for possible buys, but we broke these levels here. It did a retracement from where it was looking for sales at during London session, which was right here, but it failed to hold the main level at support that I was looking for possible buy at. And as you can see, after it broke that high, it went all the way literally back down to where we started off yesterday. Right, this was London session. This was New York session. So we're right back where we left off yesterday. So right now, I'm looking at NAS to see if it's going to break back and hold this level as resistance, which it failed to do yesterday. So if it can hold 17,960 as resistance, we're going to look for sales going to 17,890 and then possibly 17,800, 17,820. So that's what we're looking at right now. And as you can see, price has been taking a nap here all night. I got my alerts, so I'm just waiting to see if it can break that level. As far as US30, it's pretty much the same thing, if I'm not mistaken. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, so it's basically doing the same exact thing as NAS. And it's like, damn, we got 10 minutes. I can't do it no more way. I can't do it. You had me running literally all day. You only closed me for 2 hours out the day. I can't keep doing this shit. But at least I'm getting my money's worth. I do need to start restarting it though. I cannot be restarting this thing like I should be. All right, so we got our retracements going on. Looks like Nas is about to try to break this level. So we're going to be watching again is to see not to just break this level, but see if it can hold this level. And if it can, we might go and pull the trigger on that. We might go and pull the trigger on. I'm gonna look at GU, and we might see something we might not want to see, which is just tanking. Again, I missed the entry on it initially, so I didn't enter. And yeah, that thing's tanking. Hey, it's all good. At least I know my analysis was correct, which is the ultimate thing. Shout out to everybody in the live stream. Shout out to everybody that's been in the live since the beginning. Shout out to everybody that's been in the live since y'all joined. Let's zoom in so we can really see this. Let's thin this out as well. So again, we're waiting to see what the level of resistance. What a way! I'm almost ready to get that course. Hey, he ain't going nowhere. I just finished revamp. Well, let me say not just, but I do have things I want to add to it. But I revamped it, updated the old videos with new ones and more in depth stuff. Because again, before I revamped it, it was about a year old, which a lot of the stuff was still relevant. Yeah, I still used a lot of stuff that I talked about in the course, but obviously, after a year, if there's been no improvement, there's an issue. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I revamped it. But yeah, make sure to check that out. Those that don't know what the course entails, yeah, I don't really talk about it that much unless people ask about it, because every time people jump in late or mid sentence, they're just like, "Oh, you're just another person trying to sell stuff." So that's why I don't be promoting my stuff. I'm like, hey, look, links here. It's gonna let my results speak for themselves. But the course doesn't just teach my trading strategy; it shows you how to read the charts. So that's the secret. A lot of y'all trying to find a strategy. Strategy is one part of trading, but you still need to know how to read the charts. So again, I show you how to read the charts, how to understand what's taking place at all times, so you're never confused on what price is doing. Because again, you should always know what's going on, especially when you're taking a position and in a position. You should never be in drawdown or in profit, confused and not able to literally explain what's taking place. So I literally make sure that you understand how to read the charts. Then from there, after I show you how to read the charts, then I teach you how to identify the zones, which are these key price levels you see on your screen. And then I also go over, of course, how to enter trades, exit trades. I go over in depth how risk reward, how to scale positions, how to trade news. Also go over my buy and sell limit strategy, which is exclusive in the course. So I don't even talk about that really anywhere else. And I feel like I'm missing some stuff. So actually, let me pull it up on my phone so I can pull up literally what's in this thing. Of course, I go over supply and demand, support resistance as well. I already said key price levels. I go over how to count pips. And I break down literally in depth, step by step, how to enter trades, how to identify SLs, TPs, scaling entries, how to trade news, how to scale and compound your account. And then I go over my buy and sell limit strategy and a few other things. And then also you get access to the student member group chat for life, because of course the course is a one-time payment. So you get access to the student member group chat for life, as well as you get an exclusive Telegram channel you're put into. And every day in that Telegram channel, you get a New York price watch list, just like the one in the Advanced Place Student. And the New York price watch list is like the Sunday chart analysis, but a little bit more in depth and detail. And it's me going over stuff on a daily basis instead of just Sunday going into Friday. So every day I drop that and I go over the trades we took that day, as well as possible setups going into New York. I go over specific price points to look for entries and exits at. I explain why we're looking for buys, why we're looking for sells. I say what we're looking for, where we can look for buys at, where we can look for sells at. And then throughout the day, I give you updates when we hit certain key price levels and stuff like that. And then you also get access to the members only exclusive New York news events and New York news lives we go and have. We have at least 2 of those a week. So you get all that in the course, all that good stuff in the course. And you can watch the course from anywhere and on any device. As long as you got signal or Wi-Fi, you can watch that shit on. I need to stop cussing on this channel. Well, I just said shit, so it is what it is. But yeah, you can watch that shit on literally any device, anytime, anywhere. Any prop firms in the USA? There's the future prop firms. As far as forex prop firms, I don't know if they did it yet, but I know Owanda, however you pronounce that, they're making one. I don't know if it's out yet, but I know Owanda is making one. And like I said, funding pips. Now, I had accounts already before this happened, but even when that happened, I lost access to my accounts for like a month. And then last week they emailed me. I forgot what the email said. Let me pull it up so I can read it to y'all. But yeah, if y'all don't check y'all's emails on a consistent basis, I recommend doing so. But let me see if I can find that post that they sent me. So give me one second. Not post, that message. Yeah, they sent this to me on March 4th. So the beginning of this month is when they sent this to me. They was like, "What's up, Playmaker? Blah 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 blah. We're writing you to update you and forward great news to you regarding serving traders based in the United States. We're very excited to let you know that Funding Pips is in cooperation with Match Trader platform and is now accepting traders based in the United States. So yeah, Funding Pips. Again, I don't say stuff for companies or brokers that I don't use or I don't know actual members or students using. So I can only say stuff that I know are used. Yeah, I won't use a lot of stuff because again, I only use a few things. And if I got to switch to something else, I'll do that. Or if I'm testing stuff behind the scenes, I'm not going to talk about it until I finish testing it out. Right? Just like when I dropped that video on the US brokers, it took me a while. Well, depending who you ask, it took me a while to drop that. I didn't drop it immediately as soon as the news came out because again, I'm not going to just make a video talking about companies or brokers. I have no idea what's actually the trading experience like. So I had to test the programs out and stuff. Let me catch you to this chat. Nas is moving. Yeah, but I'm still personally not going to pull the trigger on it yet. I'm still waiting to see again if it can hold that level as resistance. So yeah, I did do a push, but again, it's still respecting this level as support. So again, I'm just going to patiently wait. Patience is the name of the game, and it's also a great part of the game. Oh, I got the well. At least my camera's off. Get all that info, bro, on the course. Thanks for revamping. No problem. Yeah, that's all on the course. Yeah. Yeah. So, like I said, there's only a couple other parts I'm probably going to add more to. And over time, I'm just going to keep on adding stuff. So, like, if I feel like there's something I need to add, I'm just going to keep adding stuff. But I did a complete revamp. I don't remember when I did it. I think I did like last month or something. I don't remember. Please buzz your take on EU. I've been holding a buy since yesterday. You took a buy on EU. Now, if I am not mistaken, I'm pretty sure EU is taking a trip to the downside. But let's take a look. Pretty sure it is. I could be wrong. I haven't looked at it in like an hour or so. Yeah, that thing's dropping. So my first question is, where did you enter a buy at, and why did you enter a buy? Right? I'm being hard on you because you be in here a lot. So yeah, I want you to really think about this. So you watch any, and it's not just for you now. This is in general now. You watch any of my videos on YouTube that are trade breakdowns. I got a whole playlist of trade breakdowns. It's 50 videos, over 50 videos of back to back to back to back to back to back to back trade breakdowns. So make sure to watch that. So you say you enter that 850. You enter that 850. Let's take a look and see what he's at. Enter it. Wait, you say you've been in a buy since yesterday. You said you're on EU. You said you entered at 8. Huh? I'm not drunk. What? What country are you in? You said since yesterday because you're really confusing me now. You entered at 850, right? You said unless you didn't mean to say yesterday. Because I'm highly confused right now. Because 850 is right here. I wouldn't have went for a buy regardless. So until you give me a new message, I'm just going to talk about this right here. I want to go for a buy in general EU, like I was talking about before I pulled it up. And the reason why is because, again, you watch that playlist or any of my trade breakdowns, the first thing I always say we got to do is identify the trend. So when we go onto a new chart. And let me grab my charger because we're in OT, but I got you. But I also don't want my computer to die on us. Grab the charger real quick. All right. So when we identify the trend, once I pull it back on the screen, we can see that we are in a downtrend. That's your SL. Okay, I need your entry. I need your entry too. You can just give me your SL. That doesn't help me too much. I need your entry and that SL. So while you're doing that, I'm still going to talk about this. So send me your entry as well. Send me your entry, SL, and TP. Send me all three. Send me entry, SL, and TP. And while you're doing that, I'm explaining why I wouldn't have one for a buy to begin with. So again, like I was talking about at the beginning of the live, for those that was at the beginning of the live, you want to identify the trend. And like I was talking about with GN, it was in the uptrend. So since it was an uptrend, we're only going to look for buys. But what we see here is what y'all like to call a double top. And a lot of y'all know a double top means reversal, but y'all don't understand why it means reversal. So now I'm about to really break down why when you see a double top, quote unquote, that 9 times out of 10 we see a reversal come into play. Because again, price, there's a resistance level right here. Price failed to break this resistance level. And again, if price is failing to break the resistance level tree as support, price isn't going to go up. It's going to do the opposite, which is go down. So instead of seeing a higher high get made here, we saw a low into a lower low. So since we saw the reversal take place last week, and then we saw the past support levels get turned into resistance, which we can see a little bit better on my actual marked up chart, we can see past support levels getting treated as resistance again, right? Past support levels getting treated as resistance again. Everything's literally showing us sells, right? So again, we was going for buys when price was pushing up, but again, the support levels started getting broken through and start being treated as resistance levels, right? And again, we don't see any higher highs getting made. We see lower lows getting made. So we're in a downtrend. You only want to look for sells. Even if price is holding a level of support, you still don't want to go for buys if we're in a downtrend. Just like if we're in an uptrend, even if price is holding level as resistance, you still don't want to go for sells. Because again, imagine we would have went for sells yesterday on GN. We would have looked dumb. We would have missed this huge move right here. You get what I'm saying? But yeah. So yeah, price is still pushing. So your SL probably is about to get hit. It's 1 pip off. So yeah. Yeah. So you always want to go with the floor price. You always want to go with the floor price. The goal is to go for high probability, high quality setups. Not necessarily, I thought my computer died. I was about to be mad because I was like, I just plugged my thing up. And then also, so correlating pairs, again, I don't know when you hopped in this, but we was talking about GU cells. So GU, EU, we pull them both up, we can see them moving very similar. Right? So we got GU right here. And then we pull up EU. We see a lot of similarities taking place. You know what I'm saying? So keep that in mind as well. It looks like gold's going to try to take off as well on us. Again, about to see if it's going to break this level and keep pushing for your boy. All right, so let me catch up to the chats. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Y'all been active today. I'll figure the stop loss out later. Let me catch up to this chat really quick. Yeah, so Dusky, what you need to do is you need to watch not just my trade breakdowns, but you need to watch my trading tip videos, and you need to come up with. I got trading plans in the trading tips playlist, but you need to come up with a trading plan, and in that trading plan, right? So like when I was trading, before I have all this stuff in my head, I had literally in my notes. They're still in my notes. Things I need to do before I take a trade and a checklist. So your checklist needs to be identify the trend and only enter trades based on that trend. Again, if we're in an uptrend, only go for buys. Downtrend, only go for sells. Right? Off rip, if you had that step, you would have avoided this mistake right here. Right? So again, You need to have a set picture and game plan in mind, and that's going to help guide you on a daily basis and keep you on track with trading and with your goals. All right, y'all. So members, in a few hours, you already know I'm gonna drop the New York price watch list for y'all. We're not gonna be going live today. There's no New York news. Well, there's New York news, but no USD news. I'm gonna let you know when we're gonna be going live this week. I got some videos on the way for y'all. I got a lot of stuff cooking for y'all in the works. I've been working on a lot of things behind the scenes, not just trading wise, but just in general. But I got a lot of things in store. Make sure to catch up to the content though if you haven't, because I've been dropping a lot of stuff lately. So make sure to catch up to the content. Playlists are up to date. Contact me directly. Y'all can DM me on Instagram, _way, or you can DM me on Telegram. First link in the description. Make sure to join the free Signal free Telegram. First link in the description as well. And yeah, we're going back at the same time tomorrow. London session 3 a.m. EST. We out. Appreciate all y'all tuning in.